can ask this already, but what distinguishes Ibrahim?
I would say he's just a very talented back, first and foremost, but his cutting ability, getting downhill, physical style running, kind of sets him apart from a lot of other guys, in my opinion. And he's got a very talented offensive line and tight ends to block for him. And then you can just keep going down the list. You're going to have receivers that are going to keep you honest between the run and the pass game, and a veteran quarterback, and then also a couple other young quarterbacks that might get thrown in there.
You've played against a lot of running backs who are going to be All-America candidates, if not first-team All-Americas. What have you learned through all that?
I would just say, I've learned that I feel like I can compete at the highest level. I've learned that our defense can compete at the highest level. I've learned that every little detail matters at the highest level. They're just all talented, but at the end of the day, if you do your job, you should have the opportunity to make a play on them and on the ball. And right now, just focusing on the challenge that Minnesota presents us, and their run game and pass game presents us. And if we just take care of that, we'll continue to just seek improvement and seek success.
Have an edge.
Have you thought about anything that you might do next year, or are you kind of just focused on this season?
Yeah, no, I haven't really. I try to just stay in the moment, and that's all I'm really, focused on right now. Yeah.
Seems like you guys face a really good running back every week. I got to imagine Mo kind of is right there with all these other guys you faced this year.
Yep, yeah, for sure. Obviously, you're in the Big Ten. You're going to play good backs each and every week. But him coming back year after year, he's been through a lot. He has a chip on his shoulder, and he's a really good back. Low to the ground, sees the holes real well. If one guy's there, he's probably you gotta swarm to the ball and help each other out. And but a really good back. Have a lot of respect for him and what he's done at Minnesota, and the amount of times he's rushed for 100 yards, how many seasons he's come back for and battled through injury and stuff like that. So. Yeah, we're going to have to be ready, and it's going to be a fight.
Yeah. You talked a bit about the vanillaness of Illinois, and then I guess what Wisconsin did with trying to switch things up. How does Minnesota attack that defensive game plan, and what are some problems that they present?
Yeah, I'd say it's similar to like a Northwestern where primarily no one down distance, you're going to get quarters, and it's going to be a very low quarters that's trying to take the run away. There's not going to be a ton of mystery there. Third down, they like to get to some, I'll call them like designer covered, where they want to mug a lot of guys up, put their linebackers on line of scrimmage and drop out. But oftentimes, unless they're bringing too many to block, there's not going to be. I'm going to be able to probably see things pretty quickly, and if I don't, well, I will hopefully with my preparation before Saturday have a good idea of how we're going to get played. Every team's going to have most likely going to have something we haven't seen that they schemed up for this week, and that's where you have to adjust. It's the same thing Wisconsin did last week. They have something that is new that you're going to have to, okay, what do they do? How do we want to attack it moving forward? I don't know what the exact percentages are, but they're going to be really heavy quarters, no down distance, so there's not going to be a ton of
A philosophy standpoint, I think they've run more than twice as much as they've passed this year. For you as a corner and for you guys in the secondary, what does that mean?
You can't get sucked up looking in the backfield. It happens every year. And you really got to stay on top of these receivers because they'll double move you and catch you on your heels, or like I said, they'll run the double move. So it's all about knowing your responsibility and knowing that you have guys in the box for the run. So just trusting your teammates and doing your job.
Where do you guys contribute against the run as well? Like Jack talked about swarming to the ball, and so did Seth. That you got to, with Ibrahim, you got to gang tackle him or he'll break tackles.
Yeah, they said it best. I think swarming to the ball, and especially in the back end, like I said, you got to do your responsibility first. But when you can get your eyes back and you have your man guarded, you want to try and get back and help out with your boys with the run because you can never have too many guys on the ball. So just flying around and I think just pursuing the ball.
Thanks. What's this, I guess, stretch of games been like? These are all teams from the West. Yeah. You all know what each other's going to do. There's probably not secrets. Does it just come down to execution and who does it best, does what they do best?
Yeah, just execute, and I think just for us, just staying hungry, just being excited to go out there and compete every day, and I think that for me and all of us on the team, actually, like we talk about how important it is to go out to practice every day and just compete and practice with a purpose, and I think we've been doing a really good job of that. So when it comes to game day, we're ready to go.
Has that changed at all? Like when you guys were struggling, did you feel like you guys were still practicing at a high level? It just didn't...
I'm going to be honest with you. That's why I love this team. I seriously has not changed whatsoever. I mean, we go out there and practice so hard every single day. I've been on teams before. Let's say back in high school where, things were going so well and some guys would kind of start tapering off a little bit, but I'm being completely honest with you, I have not seen that out of this team.
How much does your depth help you on the defensive line? It doesn't seem like there's a drop-off when you guys, rotate.
Yeah, we do a good job at recruiting. We do a good job at preparing guys to be able to play at this level right now, and we've got 9 guys that are playing at a really high level. So it's pretty cool to see so many guys being involved and being able to help out the team. I know for me, I would love to play every down, but sometimes it's necessary for me to get a quick breather because that helps me recharge and be able to play at a higher level on the next drive. So everybody's just doing a great job up front, and we have a lot of work to do yet, but we're looking forward to being able to improve the next few days.
Ibrahim's a good running back. How do you describe what he brings to the table for Minnesota?
They like him a lot. He's going to get a lot of touches. We know that. Like any offense in the Big Ten, they're going to try to run the ball to make sure we can stop the run, most importantly. And we've done our fair share of good backs in the Big Ten and trying to hold them under their numbers and hold them to our defensive standard, not allowing them to come in there and rush the ball all over the place.
Is there anything that stands out about November football with the weather? Wind, snow, just the general cold, anything you like or dislike?
Practice was probably the best practice we've had all year. It was snowing out there, and you see some guys put hoodies on and sweatpants on, but usually the linebacker group were the guys out there, no sleeves, no nothing. It was a really good time. Just being a Midwest kid, we hold it with pride. So I like going out there. People ask me if I'm cold. Like, I'm from Indiana, so.
How much better do you feel now that you've got a couple weeks under your belt since you've been back?
Yeah, I feel really good. I feel really confident out there when I'm playing. I'm not hesitant when any of my routes. Not hesitant just being out there. So I'm pretty happy with how I've been playing. I've left a couple plays out there where I feel I can do more and put us in a better position. But I'm pretty happy with what's going on. I feel a lot more comfortable with these last couple games.
What makes this Minnesota defense so good? And what do you guys have to do Saturday to kind of maybe get them to bend a little bit?
Yeah, they're aggressive and they play their stuff pretty well. They know what they do and they do it to the best of their abilities. They play their strong suits well. So I think we just have to do our job like we've been preaching and take advantage of the plays that we do have. Like if we have a big play up, we got to make sure we make those big plays because that's going to be able to swing the game into our favor.
How does the confidence manifest itself? How does it help you guys?
It just allows us to play more together and freely. If you're overthinking and measuring things up the whole time, you're not going to go out there and play like you should, and you're not going to play fast. So confidence, when I can give Spence time, I'm confident he's going to make the throw. I think that's the whole line. If we can block these guys, then LaShawn, Caleb, Gavin, they're going to be confident in running the ball. So if we can just have confidence in each other, I think we're going to be a really good team this November.
It seemed like you guys were confident the other day, maybe that wasn't there earlier in the year when you get a turnover or a block punt, you get a short field. It seemed like you guys were like, all right, blood in the water. Let's punch this thing in.
Absolutely. When our special teams and defense, they do a great job every game. So it's our job to help them out. Deontay got that block punt. It's our job to score, and I think that's what we did. We knew it was time to go after these guys and put it in the end zone, and that's exactly what we did. And the defense always doing what they do. Cooper, he's a stud. He likes to get us points too. They like to get us a lot of points, but they keep helping us out. We're going to start helping them out too.